Let's go live now to Mount Dennis, where police are providing an update on their investigation. Murder of a 15-year-old Jahkai Jack.
Verbal exchange with Jakai. Without provocation, that same individual pulled out a firearm and shot Jakai. Tragically, he died from his injuries. I want to talk about Jakai. We provided a photo of him to the media. He was just 15 years old, and he had his whole life ahead of him. He was not involved in any gangs or any kind of criminality. This was a completely unprovoked act of violence against a 15-year-old boy. Jakai is survived by his many family, and they are devastated by his loss. So to the person responsible, if you're watching this, you need to know that what you did devastated a family. And I'm asking you to do the right thing and turn yourself into police. To the people that were there that night, who may have witnessed this, I'm asking you too to do the right thing and get a hold of us. Help us find out what happened that night. I'm asking you to do the right thing. You can reach me directly at 12 Division at 416-808-1200. If I'm not available, please ask for me. I'll get back to you. Alternatively, you can also call Crime Stoppers. I want to remind the public of one more thing. It's called a charge of accessory after the fact to murder. Essentially what this means is if we have information that you've assisted, had knowledge, or destroyed any kind of evidence to help this person escape or evade justice, you could be charged with that offense. I want to assure the public that our homicide team, members of the Toronto Police Homicide Unit, have been working tirelessly on this. We've also used several resources from across the city and from the hard-working men and women of 12 Division. We will continue to pursue this matter. I'll now turn it over to Superintendent Harris of 12 Division.
Thank you. Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming here this morning. I just want to take a moment to speak on behalf of 12 Division and the broader Toronto Police Service. This was an unimaginable loss for Jakai's family, his friends, for his school community, and for the entire neighborhood. A 15-year-old boy was taken from his loved ones in a senseless act of violence. As parents and as officers who work in and know this community, I can tell you this has shaken all of us. Jakai should have made it home that night. He should still be here today. And I want his family to know that we share in their grief. And this kind of tragedy leaves a deep scar, not only on those who knew Jakai, but across the community as well. But I also know this is a strong and resilient community. And I believe that people will come forward and help bring accountability and justice. Our officers in 12 Division are working hand in hand with the homicide unit and investigators to find the person who did this. To anyone who knows something, please speak up. Do it for Jakai. Do it for his family, and do it for this community. Thank you. And subject to any questions, we're willing to take those now.
Detective Sergeant Campbell, can you talk to who you believe might be, what you know about the suspect, a description, and was he with a group of people? What exactly was the interaction prior to the shooting?
What I can say from the about the suspect information is we have information it was a male and he was wearing dark clothing. Unfortunately, it's very minimal that I can provide right now, and we do know that they were in the area that night.
Roughly how many people were around when the shooting happened? You mentioned the crowd was with friends, they met up with another group, and then one person separated. So how many people do you think were there?
Well, there was about 10 people that were here that night, possibly more.
Involved in that group?
Yes.
Detective, the crime scene was very large, and the day after, the night of, it was here, it was at the health center. Where exactly did the shooting take place?
Well, as you know from the first conference we do large scenes because we want to make sure that we get all the evidence. We want to make sure that we've gathered it all. The actual shooting scene happened right in this area.
What can you tell us about the public response to this? You know, CBC Toronto spoke to one witness who says he carried the boy from this side of the street to the other side, hailed a car, brought to the health center, and there was a group of people that tried to help there. What can you tell us about the public?
What I can tell you is Jakai was shot in this area. 911 was called. We were here within minutes, and ultimately what killed Jakai was him being shot.
When you say we were here within minutes, it was 10 minutes from the first call that was received by 911. What can you tell us about, that 10-minute in between police arriving?
Well, I think it's important to point out that I'm here today to talk about the murder. There's a lot of other things that were happening that night, but it's important that we circle back and focus on what happened at Jakai. He was shot and he was killed.
You mentioned this was unprovoked. Any idea what the motive could have been for this suspect with one person in the car?
No, I don't have any information about that. And that's why we're here today. We need those people that were here in the area to help us find out what happened.
Was there a fight? Was there a disagreement? Do you know anything about that?
Again, that's what we're trying to fill in those gaps.
Detective Sergeant, there isn't a crime scene in the city where there isn't video surveillance all over the place. I go to trials all the time. I see these timelines. Where do you believe the suspect and his group fled? Was he with the group when he fled?
Well, you're right. There is ample video, and we have investigators that have seized that. We've reviewed it too. I just want to keep it that the people that were in that group fled the area. I want to just leave it at that for now.
And are you alleging, based on that video, that you believe someone might be aiding the suspect? Because you did say that there is a charge there if they are helping conceal his identity.
I just think it's important to point that out. Some people don't realize that what they're doing, if they're helping somebody cover up after a murder, hide evidence, evade police, they may not realize that there are criminal charges associated to that. I think it's important to point that out today to whoever might be watching that there is a charge.
Did you recover a weapon?
No weapon was recovered.
Okay, 2 more questions.
And how many times was he shot?
Well, Jakai was he was shot once.
Okay, 1 more.
Calls were placed. I know you can't speak to the length of time, but do you know how many people would have been calling in or calls that were made in connection to this incident?
I can't give you that information accurately right now.
The family has put out a photo today. Are they willing to speak to us?
Right now, they're grieving their loss, and they are completely devastated about what happened. They're supporting of us being here today, and they're really just, like I said, devastated, and they're not really in a position to talk to the media right now. Thank you very much.